Capricorn, born December 22nd to January 19th, what can you expect for the month of December 2016? Let's tune in and find out. Well, Capricorn, you have like so many things going. They're showing me like all these little sand castles that you're building, all in varying degrees of, depending on if you're a half glass full or half glass empty person, in disarray or in completion, right? So most of you have a lot going on and a lot of different projects, and they're good. And what I like about them is they're ground level, meaning, they're not being built like on a house of toothpicks upside down, right? They're really solid things, and they can be really something that you can sink your teeth into and that you can manifest really positive things with. And this month is going to help bring in some stabilizing material needed for the long haul. So some of these projects that may be a little shaky or maybe like, they're built in sand and the wave's going to come up and just destroy it. You may find that you're going to get the right support, the right person, the money, connections. So there's definitely some contracts or some completion happening for Capricorns this month. Now, for some of you, it may be ripping up, it may be starting over, it may be letting go of a business that has either not come to fruition, or it has run the gamut, or you've sold it, right? So that for some of you, it may be completely letting go of something that you've invested time, effort, and energy in. Listen, there's no accident. Don't be discouraged or disheartened. There is something after this, okay? So Capricorns always have the opportunity to work on many things at once. And if you're not, it's only because you've, on some level, chosen to put all your effort into that, right? And if you've done that and it's failing, it's okay, because we've got a new moon, December 29th, in Capricorn, in your sign, that there's a bunch of amazing energy. And they're showing me it's like a coal, but immediately it can shrink into a diamond. So it lets me know that there's a great opportunity at the end of this month, if you have not yet harnessed something that is going to bring you value, that there will be something yet this month that you can let go of the old and grab with the new, okay? Let's move into the relationship issue. And for those of you Capricorns in a committed, romantic, long-term, it doesn't have to be long-term, I guess, but just a committed romantic relationship, let's see what's in store for you this month. So there's, some of you may have noticed an adjustment or a shift that has happened in your relationship with your partner, and some of you may have revisited past problems and got past them. Some of you may have just discovered a new opening or have fallen like completely back in love with your partner. There's this revival that is happening in your relationship area, and you're just being asked to cultivate it, to love it, to enjoy it, and notice your own fears, reservations, or concerns about being duped, or it not being real, or it's not enough, whatever neediness you may have, or confusion or mistrust that you have, you can let it go this month. You're really going to be seeing with your eyes wide open exactly who your partner is, and not through the exhausted, oh, I'm so tired of dealing with this, but in a renewed way. There's a lot of renewal available for your long-term committed relationships here this month. And where your patience is going to be needed is with yourself. Old habits die hard, and sometimes we can be, Capricorns, you guys are like salt of the earth people, right? You're the rock, you're the powerhouses. And even you can get tired. And sometimes you just get tired of dealing with your own shit, like we all do, right? So, I feel a little bit of frustration or down on yourself. And so you want to be careful that you don't give that too much energy. Like, be a little more free with the compliments toward yourself. Go a little easier on yourself. And you'll find that that's going to reflect better in your relationship. right? Instead of beating yourself up and or looking at things half full. And if you can lighten up a little bit, I think the relationship is really going to shine this month. There's some really powerful energy early in the month, like around December 3rd. There's that weekend, some really nice energy for you. And then from that, it just feels like it can continue to grow in something really dynamic for yourself. Now, for those of you that are single, let's see what's available for you in the area of relationships for Capricorns. So here's the thing, Capricorns. If you want to be in a relationship, you have to make a decision that you want to be in a relationship. Because those of you that aren't in a relationship, it's only because you've decided you don't want to be. You guys are a good catch. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe you're feeling like you're not attracting an equal, somebody who's as good as you are, somebody who's as hardworking, as diligent, as kind, as lovable, as sweet. Okay, so give that one up too, right? Because when we're sort of convinced that there's nobody out there who can meet me at where I'm at, who doesn't have the capacity or the desire to love me as much as I love them, that's not a good mindset to have. You want to, I don't care if it's been true in the past, but we don't need to make it true for our future, right? So, okay, I'm done with that. I'm ready, willing, and able to meet the right partner this month that's really going to give as much to the relationship as I give to the relationship. All right? And now here's the thing for you is Rome wasn't built in a day, and you guys are used to like hammering away to make it happen, do this, do that, do that, working really hard. Don't work so hard at the relationship. Just have fun. Just let it happen, And the good news is because we have a new moon in Sag that happened November 29th, almost all the way up this whole month, we're under the energy of Sagittarius, which is really free and easy, and there's a lot of sexuality involved, and it's like, woohoo. So this next, up until the new moon in Capricorn on the 29th, this whole month can be really light and airy. So use that energy when you're approaching somebody new or when somebody new is approaching you. It doesn't have to be so serious. It doesn't have to be, they don't have to fit your pictures. They don't have to like be the one, right? Just go have fun. By going and having fun, what's going to happen for you is you're going to remember how to have fun, and you'll be lighter and you will become more attractive. I just read an article just yesterday saying about the science. There's an actual science saying that one of the most important traits to be attractive is sense of humor. And I know some Capricorns that have some great sense of humor, but they're so heavy that, because energetically you guys are made of the earth. So you're a heavier vibration. That maybe doesn't mean anything to you because you're of that nature. But for people who aren't like that, right, like the Geminis in the world, right, flip-floppy, the Jekyll and Hyde kind of energy, or the air signs, it's harder for them to maybe be in relationship with you because they feel the weight. So when you add a sense of humor and just being yourself and fun, what can happen is you can really have a quick, fast, and amazing shift without the work, right? So I just want to tell you, this is the month you can go have fun. Relationships can be easy, really easy for a change, and you can fall in love. So hope you prove me wrong. Not really. Meaning that I hope you're willing to prove yourself wrong, that it can be that simple and that easy. All right, Capricorns, let's move on to your money. And let's see what your money looks like for this month. Well, there's a big chunk of money that you have this month that I see you're able to take and put it away. You're able to take it and sock it away. And this money might show up in the middle of the month around the full moon in Gemini. There could also be some additional money that shows up in the end of the month. Now, some of this can be in the form of contracts that will pay out in the future, that may pay out next June or July or August of next year. So there may be an action that's taken in mid to the end of the month that brings you substantial earnings 6 to 9 months from now. Okay, so there is that possibility too. So just be aware that that's out there. And of course, this can happen from being in a will. It can happen, having an early payout. It can be a court case that you win, and then it takes a while for whatever reason for the monies to be paid to you. So it can be estate sales. There's a lot of different reasons. A sale of a home, maybe somebody does a lease purchase and then they pay you off. So there's a lot of adjustments that can be happening with this energy. So just know that there's big money, big potential of money coming in that you're going to be able to hang on to and stick away. And some of it doesn't come in now, but there is an action that happens this month that has money promised for the future, which is really nice. That for some of you, that could even be a contract overseas. You could find yourself moving overseas. You could have a job coming in very quickly, and you decide to be adventurous and go overseas as a chef or as a cook or as a translator. There's a lot of different possibilities, and tax-free dollars. There's a lot of ways of money coming into you. Okay, so let's look at health for our Capricorns this month. Well, again, it's the same. You have to stop beating yourself up. So with the self-talk, you've got to really forgive yourself, be kind to yourself. There may be some new therapies and new modalities that you've just stepped into, maybe even a new practitioner that you've met that is really striking a chord with you. It may be a new theology that you're studying that suddenly has awakened a deeper spiritual connection within you. But I do feel a deep awakening inside of yourself, and a much greater appreciation for who you are, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. And I really see you even seeing your flaws and not being alarmed by it, like going, okay, I get it. And so I just see you all around having the capacity to be softer. Now, some of you, I have a lot of back pain across the shoulders, down my spine, around the rib cage, just this constriction. And that comes from just the idea of having to do it all. And maybe you're a single mom with a couple kids at home, and maybe you're a divorced dad. Maybe you're taking care of aged parents, or you've got a handicapped adult or child that you're dealing with, or just work is sucking you dry. There's so many scenarios where we can put ourselves, to be the savior, the one to get it all done, or the one who has to do it all. And just know that that's not true. I know you're going to, oh yeah, it is. No, it's not. Change can happen. And this month change can happen. So all you have to do is have a little crack in your reality that change can happen. Listen, we're all under the sign of Sagittarius, and Sages are like infamous for being able to pick up and go. Just done, gone, right? So use that energy to your advantage. Look and see, what do you just need to be done with? Is it a relationship? Is it a career? Is it a business? Is it the way in which people talk to you? Is it the way in which you talk to yourself? Is it the food you eat? Is it the car you drive? Is it the house you live in? Is it the neighborhood or where your kids go to school? Or is it, the girlfriend, the boyfriend that's sucking you dry? The best friend that abuses you? Like, what is it? Like, what do you need to be done with? So there's real freedom waiting for you, Capricorns, to be done. But here's the catch. Not to be done in a way that's like, right? As my Italian mother-in-law would say, right? Like that, not to be done like that, which is, out of anger and out of I'm fed up. No, out of, wow, I have choice. I have freedom. And I'm going to move gracefully this way, and you don't work in my life anymore, or this doesn't work for me anymore. And do it in a real empowering, freeing capacity, and have certainty around it. And when you do that, the whole universe bends to meet you and brings you all the riches. And now, what you'll have to confront is fear. Fear that you're going to be isolated, or fear that people aren't going to like you, or fear that, you're upsetting somebody. Not your problem. This is really about taking care of you, right? And but it has to be done with the right consciousness and the right energy. And that's really about done through the eyes of love, done through the eyes of compassion, done for yourself. This is what's needed for me. And then to be able to speak it and to be able to then take action on it in a way that's gentle, but thorough, methodical, and lovable, right? And when you do it like that, because you're using Sag's energy, because Sag's, the new moon that just happened November 29th, is covering, overlaying all 12 signs. So we're all getting the benefit of Sag's, ability to just, like a bee, go pollinate every flower, right? Just have fun, enjoy life, but be respectful, you still mix it with your own energy, which you guys are, you're the manifestors. You're the one who makes things happen. So it's time for you to make things happen that are good and expressed in a very loving, easy manner for a change. It doesn't have to be hard and aggressive or "Ugh, I gotta make this happen, so hard. So as you let that go, Capricorn, you're gonna find this freedom and ease to be able to manifest whatever it is you want this month. So I'm really super excited for all my Capricorn friends and for you guys to be able to have that energy and to be able to feel free and to be able to create what you want without any guilt, without feeling shame, without feeling like, wow, I'm not like working 20-hour days. Am I going to survive? Right? So it's like that. So it's giving yourself permission to have your life look perfect, balanced, fun, free, productive, without it having to be you being a slave. So I'm going to end it right there, Capricorns. Have an amazing December. Happy holidays to all of you. It's going to be a fabulous month. There's so much great energy, especially that last week of December. This year is so light and airy and free. We've got the, leading up to it, we've got Hanukkah beginning, I believe, on Christmas Eve. So it's like the overlapping of all these great traditions and holidays and so much energy coming in of miracles and abundance. So it would be a miracle for you, Capricorn, to be able to be kind to yourself, have some fun, and let business just drop into your lap. And just let it happen and take small little actions that make huge miracles in your life, because that's what you guys can have this month. So I'm so excited for you, Capricorns. Have a terrific ending to 2016. Have an amazing new beginning in 2017. And I'll see you again next month. Happy holidays, everyone. Lots of love.